Welcome everybody to my latest video. So for this video, as you can see, and as you can tell by the title, we're just going to show off a couple more mods for the DeadPool Pinball. Now I haven't done too much to it. This is my first new in-box pinball. I've owned two pinballs before. One of them was a Last Action Hero, and another one, I can't even remember what the name was. It was a really old pinball, maybe early 80s. That one only lasted me a couple months and then I got rid of it. The Last Action Hero lasted me many, many years, but I didn't take care of it and it started to fall apart, so I was able to sell it off and I was happy with what I got. Now, for this, what have I done? Not much. In fact, very little, actually. I do have some plastic protectors that we're going to go here and here. The problem is these are actually kind of difficult to get off. I didn't want to end up breaking anything. And, I'm kind of like when I first started off with arcades. I have to learn everything. Granted, getting help on certain forums is much easier than getting help for arcades was way back in the day. But I really haven't done too much. Mod, that's actually, I showed this off before. The shooter rod, shaped like a Deadpool head. The regular one I actually have down in here inside the coin box. And of course we have the Deadpool topper. Now the only other thing I've done is I got this flaming mod right here, the flame. If you remember before, it was just a flat piece of plastic that was that had a decal on it or under it. And so now we got a three-dimensional flame. And then, as you can see right here, I put side blades. And I think the side blades, I believe that's what they called, really adds some personality to the cab. Really nice. With shipping, the side blades, I believe, were $83. Are they difficult to put in? It was pretty easy, actually. Now, the good thing is these are not, stick them one time, do it incorrectly, and you're screwed. These actually can be repositioned. So, if I ever get another pinball where I'll need to put in side blades, I'll make a video, but that's probably way down the line. But, what did I have to do? Well, first thing you had to do is you had to pull up the play field, pull it all the way out, flip it all the way over to the back, and then, kind of like how you would do any decal, put half of it on, or actually tape everything down, where you want it, then remove half of the backing, put it on, do the other half. But, because of the play field, and because you can see the decal, the side blade actually goes further down from the play field, we actually had to do half of this one, and then half of this one, and then, put down the play field, put the play field back in, and kind of finish doing the back. It was actually easier than I thought it would be when I first started, taking them, when I first started to lift the play field and wonder how I'm going to do this. I actually thought, great, this is more difficult than I anticipated, and it's just a waste of money for me. But, as you can see, I do have them in, and they're really nice. Really, really nice. That Motley Crew. Speaking of the crew, did you hear some new rapper or some rapper ripped off the rotating contraption that Tommy Lee used to perform in? Anyways, back to this. But here you can get just a look at the playfield. Still got some reflection going here. Let's see if we can take care of that. a little bit better. Now, of course, there were three versions of DeadPool you could get. You could get the Pro, the Premium, which is what I got, and then the Limited Edition. Now, I actually like the side art of the Pro. This is, of course, the Premium. And the difference is if you were to have the Pro, instead of a 3D dazzler, you'd have a flat two-dimensional dazzler, kind of like how this Colossus is. On the Premium, you get a 3D Wolverine, and then what else? It's weird if you look at early reports or early pictures. Sorry, the Premium version did not have this DeadPool on a hammock, but it's included, so I put it there. I couldn't put a domino figure, which is supposed to go somewhere around here. And the reason I couldn't do that is because it's shown on the Pro version, but the Pro version does not have this ramp right here. So that kind of got in the way, and I'm not comfortable enough right now to mess around with it. And you got the Colossus. And I think the Pro version does not have the spinning disco ball either. So, yeah, just a real short video. Nothing special. Well, I'm going to play this. Hopefully I installed that correctly, which, by the way, that thing was a pain. And the reason it was a pain is because when you got the 3D Flame, there were no additional, it didn't come with screws, so you had to use the same screws that were on here. The problem is the screws were so small to begin with, and now you're adding all this extra thickness. It took me a good 30 minutes to try and get that thing screwed in. And I think a lot of that was because I didn't want to, push too hard or break anything, so I was being really, really, really cautious. But finally got it in. Hopefully I'll never have to get it removed. But yeah. Showing off everything here. I'm just trying to waste time right now. Yeah, let's get a look at the side art. I really like the DeadPool topper. I released a video, or if it hasn't been released, it will be released soon, on how to install that topper. Very easy. Let's see, can we get... That didn't help. But yeah, I'm trying to learn as much as I can. Back in the days of collecting arcades, when I first started out, you really couldn't get help. It was like a, invitation only hobby. And at least with my experience, and I know from others had the same experience, you try and ask for help and people were like, no, go away. You're not invited into this hobby. Over the years, it's calmed down, and then it's gotten toxic again. It's gone back and forth, and that was why I started on YouTube. I started making videos showing what I had learned, and I hope to pass that information on to others. Without, using all the fancy technical jargon and language, without the people having, quote-unquote, the necessary tools. If you've seen my videos, all of them revolved around very basic tools: electrical tape, blades, scissors. Just really basic stuff that, the average homeowner may actually already have in their home, versus going out and getting all this, fancy tooling. Anyways, you know, now I'm back to square zero, but with pinballs, and it's not as bad as the arcades as far as, you know, learning stuff. I've actually learned quite a lot. People are very appear to be friendly. I've only joined pinside.com recently. But yeah, as I learn things, I'll try and pass them on and make videos, and hopefully, you know, I can help someone else out, but don't rely on me. So yeah, the video has gone on longer than I thought it would, but hey, why not? At least I'll get paid. So, there you are. If you have any questions, let me know. Until next time.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game